Hi, welcome back to Flex Yoga. My name is Daphna. Today we are getting into a nice 20-minute restorative flow just to get the body kind of more settled and relaxed. All you'll need today is a block. I suggest having your block closer to what is the front of the mat. We will need it more towards the end of class, but since we'll be lying down, I prefer that the block will be kind of at hand's reach so that you don't have to worry about it. We're going to go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So bring your knees nice and wide and bring the big toes to touch. Allow your hips to melt all the way down to the heels and then rest your forehead onto the ground. If it does feel a little bit too intense to have your arms extended forward, you can always bend the elbows, stacking one hand over the other and resting the head on the top hand. Or you can come into that kind of regular child's pose by extending your arms forward and resting the forehead down. We'll start with a couple cleansing breaths. So take a deep breath in from the nose. Nice big sigh out through the mouth. Deep breath in from the nose. And a big sigh out. And again, let's take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Allow yourself to just kind of close the eyes if you haven't already and seal off the lips here. And just give yourself a moment to settle into the posture. In classes like these, in restorative classes, and classes that are more similar to yin, I really like to encourage a release of kind of the muscles. So I want to invite you to really allow the weight of gravity to help you settle into the shape. Allow the weight of gravity to help you settle into your body and into your breath. And just give yourself a reminder that whatever has led up until this point in your day, and whatever it may be that you are still kind of holding on to, you are allowed to let that go. So just give yourself the permission that you need to do so. Feel the little bit of a crease on your forehead as you allow your head to weigh heavily into the ground. And allow that connection to the ground to send a sensation of grounding throughout your whole body. A connectedness to your breath and a connectedness to the world around. We'll take a deep breath in right here. And another exhale to really settle in a little bit further. With your next inhale, reach your elbows off of the ground as you start to extend your arms all the way forward. And as you exhale, walk your hands over to the left. You can start by lifting your head to do that and then rest your forehead onto the ground. And just feel a stretch in the right side of your body and take a big inhale right here. And stay for the exhale. Take another inhale here. And stay for the exhale. With your next inhale, walk your hands forward. And as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right side. Placing your forehead back down and feel the breath and the space being created in the left side body as you inhale fully and exhale fully. And again, a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly with your next inhale, walk your hands back through center And we'll come up into a tabletop position, keeping your toes untucked here for a moment. We'll start with spinning the fingertips back to face the knees, so the heels of the hands are facing forward. And taking some cat-cows here, with your inhale, drop the belly, lift the tail, lift the gaze, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, push down with the heels of the hands, and feel your chin tuck into your chest. Inhale, belly drops, tail lifts, gaze lifts, open through the heart space. Exhale, round your spine, push down with your hands, and tuck your chin inwards. Good. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tail lifts. Exhale, spine rounds, push the ground away. Feel a nice stretch at the top of your wrist, or at the connection of the wrist and hand. 2 more times. Inhale, belly drops, lift your gaze, pull your chest forward. Exhale, round your spine, push down with your hands. Beautiful job. 1 more time. Let's take an inhale, belly drops, pull the sits bones as high up as you can. And as you exhale, round your spine. Really good. Bring your spine into neutral as you inhale, and spin the fingers to face out to the sides here. We'll start to take some circles, moving around in one direction at first. Really good. Just allow yourself to feel the movement in the wrists, but you might start to feel the movement in the hips as well, maybe a little bit in the shoulders. And spin it in the opposite direction. Now, it might feel good for you to keep your eyes closed throughout your whole practice today. For me, it definitely feels good when I'm in these more restorative places. It allows to kind of sit in the seat of the observer as you take things a little bit more slowly, observing your thoughts, your emotions, the sensations in your body, and slowly bring yourself back through center. We'll come onto the backs of the hands, so turning the palms of the hands to face up towards the chest and the fingertips to face one another. Let's take a big breath in. Push the shoulder blades one away from the other. Exhale, bend the elbows and create fists with the hands. Really allow the thumbs to press down on the index finger and on the middle finger. And then slowly start to extend your arms a little bit. Now gently kind of rock forward and back. If rocking forward and back is just a little bit too much for you, you can just stay still and just breathe here. We'll take just another 2 full breaths. I know that this is a bit of an intense stretch. Bear with me. Good. Now tuck all 10 toes under, sit your hips back, and gently release your hands from the ground. Give them a good shake here. Good. So I want all 10 toes to stay tucked under here, and I want you to allow yourself to bear weight on your feet. This is a lot of, there's definitely a big stretch here and a lot of sensation in the feet, but I want you to try to breathe into that space. Interlace your fingers here and just take some kind of infinity kind of rotations here for your wrists. Really nice. And in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Now you'll keep the fingers interlaced. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine, press the palms of your hands forward. Inhale, extend the arms all the way back up. And as you exhale, release your hands back down into a tabletop, untuck the toes, and just kind of tap the backs of your feet on the ground. Beautiful. Let's walk the knees one step back as we inhale. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down to your belly. We'll bring the feet nice and wide on the mat, and then tent onto your fingertips, bringing the elbows to face up and point up to the ceiling, and bringing the fingertips just outside of the shoulders. Take a deep breath in, squeeze the tush. Exhale, peel yourself off of the mat, allow the head to come up first. Inhale to lower yourself all the way back down. Exhale, peel yourself off of the mat. The head comes up last. Inhale to come all the way down. Exhale, lift and hold here as you inhale. Exhale, dip the right shoulder in, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, dip left shoulder in, look over right. Inhale, peel it back. Exhale, right shoulder dips, look over left. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, left shoulder dips, look over right. Inhale to pull it back. And as you exhale, kind of release yourself down. Place your forearms on the ground in a sort of sphinx shape. Bend the right knee as though you want to bend it towards the right elbow. Lift the right elbow off of the mat for a moment and thread left arm underneath the right arm. Now you can either rest your forehead directly onto the ground here, or you can even grab that block that's by your side and rest your head onto the block. The block is a little bit more supportive, and if you want a deeper stretch, then you can allow yourself to rest the head on the ground. And we'll breathe here for 3. Another 2. And we'll take a deep breath in. Really nice. Lift your head for a moment and unthread the left arm from the right. Now lift the left elbow and thread right arm underneath the left and rest your head once again either on the block or on the ground. So if it feels like it's enough for you to keep your left arm forward here, then you can keep it there. But if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, then maybe extend your left arm back alongside your body and allow the left shoulder to melt towards the inner right elbow. And we'll breathe here a little bit longer than the last one for 5. Really good. Breathe here. Another 4. And 3. Let's take 2. And one more big breath in. Beautiful. If you reach the left hand back, reach it forward again. Lift the elbow as you unravel the right. Good. We're coming into this sort of baby seal pose, keeping the right knee as it is. Take an inhale to lift the chest. Stay for the exhale. Good. Now thread the left arm under the right once again, but this time you'll start to roll over into a supine twist. So the right arm will sweep all the way over towards the right side and relax here in this supine twist as you breathe for 3. Another 2. And let's take another big breath in. Stay for the exhale. Beautiful. Now slowly start to unravel yourself, coming back towards the belly. Extend the right leg all the way back and unravel the left arm as well. Really good. Now bend the left knee towards the left elbow and lift the left elbow. Thread a right arm through. Once again, you can rest your head onto that block and just breathe here for 3. Another 2. And we'll take another big breath in. Beautiful. Now press into the left hand, unthread the right elbow onto the mat, lift the right elbow and thread left arm through. This is the deeper stretch, allowing your head to either rest on the block or on the mat. And if you did it last time, reach that right arm back this time. And we'll breathe here for 5. Another 4. Allow that right shoulder to belt towards the inner left elbow. 3. 2. And we'll take one more big breath in. If you reached your right arm back, reach it forward again. So you can lift yourself as you unravel the left arm, coming into the sort of baby seal pose with that left knee bent. Lift your chest, take a big breath. And once again, right arm will thread through, only to this time roll over into that supine twist, allowing the left arm to reach over to the left as you breathe here in that rotation and that spinal twist for another 3. Good, another 2. Beautiful. Let's take a big breath in. Really nice job. Now this time, instead of rolling back onto the belly, we're rolling all the way onto the back. So allow the left foot to take a step behind the right leg and you just kind of readjust yourself on the mat here. Really, really nice. We'll finish off with a supported legs up the wall. So reach for that block and we'll set the soles of the feet at hips distance on the ground. Squeeze into your butt and then lift your hips to slide the block on its lowest level underneath your tailbone, underneath the sacrum. And then slowly pull one knee into your chest at a time as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend your legs up towards the ceiling and allow the arms to rest heavily alongside the sides of the waist. And let's breathe here. Allow your eyes to close. Try to imagine and visualize kind of all of that blood kind of pulling into your hips, into the sacrum, releasing tension, releasing weight from the feet. Allow the forehead to become really soft, really easy. Allow the eyes to become really soft, really easy. The cheeks, let go of tension. And you'll even feel the lips kind of detach from one another as you allow the mouth and the tongue to settle into their spaces. The whole body begins to relax. And try to visualize the stress that's living within your body, almost as if it was steam lifting off your body as you begin to cool down. Feel the connection that you have with the earth, making it a lot easier for you to remain in that grounded state that you created just a few minutes ago in the beginning of your class. And just allow yourself to breathe here. Really nice. Slowly start to bend the knees one at a time or both together. Then set the soles of the feet onto the ground here. Squeeze the tush, lift the hips, and slide the block out from under you. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Inhale. And an exhale to pull the knees in a little bit closer to your chest. Another big breath in right here. And a big exhale out. Allow your feet to come back into connection with the ground. Slowly roll over to your right side. And then help yourself up into a comfortable seat. Palms of the hands collect at heart center as we take another big breath in from the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, draw the thumbs to your third eye, recognizing mind, intellect, intuition. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest, recognizing the light, the life, and the love within the heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this 20-minute restorative flow. I hope that you were able to kind of relieve some stress from your day and reset yourself. I'll see you next time.